today you are here again, thank God,
Yes.
with Kim and
Shay.
Yay. See, I learned how to say my name longer this time.
Kim. Is that what it was?
So today we're going to talk about dating.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Been a long time since I've done that.
It has.
But you're doing it.
I am. But you do have some perspective, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
for
how
sure.
you'd feel if you had to.
Yes.
No offense, John. That kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm dating.
How is that going?
Not, there is a lot, today is so different. Like most of the time, like remember when we were younger, like I guess a good place to start is like 30 years ago, 35 years ago, when we were dating, when our older children were little, you would meet somebody at the store or at a club or something, and then you exchange phone numbers.
Yeah.
You go sit and hang out with them and talk to them at their house or your house, no fear of all the crazy.
The craziness.
Right. And it just felt easy.
Yeah.
It felt easy. Even, when my children were younger, because I've been married a couple of times, and my first husband was not my children's dad, and I had five kids. I had 5 kids at the time, but we got married, and it was fairly easy.
Yeah.
But now, not that it was just easy. But now it's different, right? So there's still online dating. So a lot of what I've been doing is like online dating, like meeting people online. Because again, I don't go a whole lot of places.
Yeah, and they're not going to just bum rush your door.
Thank you. And believe it or not, no one talks to me at the grocery store.
Which is so weird because you're so beautiful.
No one actually approaches me.
So has no one ever walked up to you at a store or at a doctor's appointment or anything?
It does not happen. Once at Walmart, probably about a year ago, there was this guy, he was like, "Oh, I'll pay for your groceries." And I'm like, I just already swept my card. And I kind of expected him to kind of follow through with that.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
I can just go pay for my groceries or attempt to and not even say, "Hey, girl."
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing. And so I have that a lot. So no one approaches me in public. It doesn't happen.
So do you think they're intimidated maybe?
I don't know. Why would they be intimidated? Do I look mean? I might look.
It may be your face, because depending on how you're looking when you're out, are you looking like I don't want to be bothered?
Girl,
I'm just in the
I'll
store
be looking
trying to
toe
do my
up.
thing.
You know how I be looking? Sure. But it's like those I be looking to, just like hair in a ponytail, comb bag, t-shirt, just regular everyday. No makeup.
Every day I'm going to the store or something.
The crazy part about that is when I do an online dating profile, I post those types of pictures too. So I don't just post like the pictures with me made up and my hair done. Yeah, you'll get some of that, but I want you to know, like, hey, this is what I look like 95% of the time. But I'll get some overwhelming response from people.
So maybe it's easier to do it on an online setting, because if you be like, nah, that ain't what I want to do, I ain't trying to see, it ain't gonna really affect them like that. But in person, it's probably
might hurt somebody's
it might hurt somebody's feelings, so they be like, I'm not even gonna say anything to her.
So
but
that at some point in time, we need to talk to some guys and get guys'
to see
from this, because I don't personally understand. I've heard a couple of guys say, it's because people just assume you're with someone because you're pretty.
Could be.
That's stupid.
But even in, I guess some years ago, I was at a grocery store, and I remember, and I'm married, and I told the guy I was married, and he was like, I am too.
Girl.
He followed me all the way to the car. He was like, I'm married too. Can I get your number? I was like, no.
Like crazy person like you said.
He was like, it doesn't matter. So even...
I bet your wife doesn't think that.
I bet your wife didn't matter a whole lot. So even that surprises me, because even men now, they don't care. And then a lot of them are in relationships, so they feel like if you're married, that means you're not going to want so much from me anyway.
Really?
So it's cool.
I don't know.
So I do know it happens because it's happened to me a
I'm
couple of
pretty
times.
sure
So.
it does. Like I wouldn't doubt that, but it's just to be so blatant about
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time we find out from people who say, "Well, I didn't know." You
Yeah,
know, he didn't tell
exactly.
me that he was in a relationship. How am I supposed to know if they don't tell me?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, oh my God, even if we're just talking about like my dating over the last, say, 3 years, let's
Yeah,
say 3
yeah.
years, because, I dated one guy that was from California.
Yes.
Amazing guy. Absolutely adored him.
Yes.
So amazing. It's just that at some point in time, I find like if we're not moving in the same direction and we're not going to, because I guess I should just so preempt this by saying I want to be in a relationship that leads to marriage.
Facts. We're not just doing this to be doing this.
Because I am a wife.
Yes.
The Bible tells us that when a man finds his wife,
Exactly.
he finds a good thing. It doesn't say when he finds his girlfriend.
Yes.
When he finds that girl that he loves, it says when he finds his wife. That means I need to be standing, walking in that already. So I am a wife.
Already prepared for it.
I'm already a wife, right? So that's what I don't want to do 2 or 3 years with you as your girlfriend.
Yes.
That's stupid to me.
And we're not 20.
We're not 20.
Yeah.
And I wish I had that mindset when I was 20.
Yes.
25.
Yes.
But where I'm at right now, I know that I want to be in a relationship that leads to marriage.
Yes.
And that needs to be something that we're both working towards. I am not by any means, you know me, I am not a super amazing communicator, but I do communicate, my therapy, lots and lots of therapy. I'm learning to tell people what I want, what my expectations are, because I've learned that for a long time I didn't, because it was easier than being let down.
Yeah.
So in that particular relationship, it was like, hey, we're not spending that much time together. We're not so and so and such,
Yeah.
Then I say it, and then I say it again, and then 3 weeks later I say it again.
I don't want to keep sharing.
I don't want to keep sharing the same thing,
especially
when you're doing things with your cousin, with your aunt, and not by no means that I think that like he was seeing other women or anything like that. You guys met him.
But you're just not making the time
for me.
Us, because it's going to benefit us.
Right?
Yeah.
So I had to make a decision, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. And I communicated that, right? And a while later, it was like, well, if you would have just, why should I just wait any longer than I've already waited?
Yeah. Because you can be a good guy, a good woman, but not good for me.
That's it.
Because he was amazing. Like, I liked him even when I met him. Sweet guy. Seemed like he really cared about you. But what I have learned in my marriage, just going through therapy, I need you to understand what I need. Mm-hmm. You can't keep giving me what you want to give me.
Yeah.
So it's not that you don't love me. It's not that you don't care about me. It's not that you don't want to do these things. But I need you to learn how to love me the way I need to be loved.
Yeah.
Give me the things that I need. Just because that's how you like it, don't mean that that's what's going to work for me. Yeah. And I think that's difficult sometimes, not just in men, in relationships, period, to try to figure out how I can be what you need and not giving you what I need.
Exactly. Like there should be some give and take.
Yeah.
And there should be more give on both sides than there is take.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
so
yes.
so that was that. You go back into the whole dating thing again, try that again. So exhausting. So I dated him for a little over a year. And the next guy I dated for almost a year. And I had known him for years, since high school. I had known him forever. We actually adore him. I love him to death, right? And we worked well together. Like, I could be silly, I could be stupid, I could be, I could be whatever. He listened well, he communicated well, he was there to support me. Great guy. Would have loved for that to have worked. The only problem was, even though we were in a relationship, everything about it says we were in. I got a key to his apartment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
All of these things. He don't want to say we're in a relationship.
Did you ever get an understanding of that?
No, I don't understand it. And I don't understand it. Like, how is it, why? If
We're doing everything.
everything. Well, he did say, let me say no. In all fairness, he did say that he felt like and I'm paraphrasing, if for some reason he sees this, or his mom, or anybody,
Yeah.
right? Let me paraphrase. He said that he felt like that would make him responsible.
But isn't that the point of a relationship?
And I'm sitting there thinking, I thought you already felt responsible. Like,
because you're doing all these things that relationship people do.
That come up.
Yeah.
You're there with me, working through these things with me. So isn't there a level of responsibility
Anyway, yeah.
So we had that conversation. We had it again. And then it kind of came to the point where, again, I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this without knowing, because for me, and I'm pretty sure that I know for a fact it just stems from like childhood trauma and issues. For me, it felt like you weren't choosing me.
Yeah. I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't choosing me. You can easily say to me tomorrow, why I never said we were in a relationship.
Facts. Yeah, and that would be my thought. That would have been my thought.
It's like, for me, it was like you were here with the door open on your way out, even though you were saying that you were in. And even though I felt like everything you were doing said that you were in, you were holding that because that could be your out the second you became
If that's all I
uncomfortable.
need from you, is for you to acknowledge that we're in a relationship, to say we're in a relationship, and you want to be with me, I don't understand why that was so different.
I don't. I guess him and his therapist can figure it out now, because I don't know.
Okay.
So I don't know. But since then, I haven't dated anybody seriously. You know what I'm saying? But I went out on some dates.
So how has it been? Have you had some horrible? Give us one example of a crazy date you went on.
Recent or just a meeting? I think the craziest, and I think I probably shared this with you before. When I am doing online dating, which I do know statistically is not in a very good way, because I think it's only like 12% of people who meet online actually succeed in their relationships. Mm-hmm. So the ratio is really low, but I know that going in, right? Yeah. But I think the funniest, so even when I'm looking at people's profiles at this point, like, if you don't smile with your teeth, I will not take you.
I need to see your teeth up front.
I need to see your teeth, because I went to go meet. Girl, why did I go meet this guy? We had been talking. It was just like a kind of meet and greet, nothing dinner or whatever. Yeah. Meet this guy. He literally has no teeth in the front of his mouth.
So what do you mean none?
Like none.
All of the top teeth are gone? All
the top teeth in the bottom, some of the bottom ones were gone. I can't take you home to see my children. Can you imagine Kaya and Dominique, them talking about, where is that dude's teeth? Mama, where did you get? You can't take family pictures with me. I can't. So I think, so if I'm matching with somebody online, I have to have at least one picture where you smile.
Where you smile.
Because that to me was horrible. Like, I can't believe I wasted my gas to come meet a dude that don't have any teeth in the front of his face.
And never said nothing.
Never said nothing. Okay, you missing one on the side. Okay, cool. That's fine.
It happens. You get older.
Okay,
you miss a couple of teeth.
All the ones in the front? Let me tell you something.
Even if you didn't have all your ones in the back. But
the front ones, girl, let me lose a tooth. You're going to be like, Shay, we need to do a GoFundMe.
Like, something immediately. Right now.
I'm calling the landlord. Right. Ma'am, I had some emergency situations come up. I am going to be 2 weeks late on my rent. Something. I got to go get a temporary tooth.
Yeah. And it's going to cost me half my rent.
But you showed up here without no teeth.
No.
Yeah.
And thought it was okay.
It was okay. So that was just one of the, like, really, really, that was, to me, was super crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh gosh. It's quite a few. Then there was the guy I went on a couple days with. Turned out he was mean. He turned out to be pretty mean. I don't, you know me. For me, you know me. It's like the difference between, hey, can you fill this up for me? And fill this up for me. Mm-hmm. The difference in the can you part is going to determine how I approach this
Yes,
situation.
yes.
It's the same request for the most part, but it's about respect.
Yeah.
You know, it would be like, oh, I would say something. Oh, I'm not telling you that. Or, you know, just why you can't X, Y, Z? Excuse me? No. You know, and the first time I was like, okay, maybe, you know, you have an off. We all have off days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give him the benefit of
And then I'm
that.
like, you know, I'm a words person. So your words, how you present them to me, means a lot.
Yes, your tone,
Your tone
all of
to
that.
me, I
Yes,
just add,
for
can
sure.
you, will you, please?
Yes.
And you can have. I'm a natural, you know, I'm a natural nurturer. I
Yes.
care for people. I'll take care of people. I'll give you anything I have if I can. And in a lot of ways, I think I remember telling you, in a lot of ways, he was a lot like me. He was very giving, very, you know, just very. Has a very giving heart, and but he has a mean streak, and I'm just like, I don't respond well to that. It's like you're not gonna get no. So I stopped talking. He figured it out.
I was gonna say, did you tell him or you just told me?
I called him once, the last time. Well, I had told him like you're being mean, and he was just like, oh, you know, I'm in blah blah blah, right? I'm in a lot of pain or whatever the case may be, and I'm just like, but
You can't act like that.
like yeah, that's like not okay, and just little things. Or if I say, oh, you missed me today, I ain't telling you that. Why? Like I would tell you, like
you would might get an amazing response if you just tell me you missed me.
exactly. You say it, and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
right? But no. So just little mean things like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just don't. So I don't know. I don't know how dating is gonna pan out.
So what is like your deal breakers when it comes to dating or like what do you just immediately like?
Mean, selfishness. And when I say selfishness, I'm not talking about whether or not you're giving me money financially. I will definitely take it.
Yeah.
You know, one guy said to me, he was like, you know, women today, they just want to know if you know you're gonna help them pay their bills. Oh, let me make this very clear.
Yeah.
I want you to help me pay my bills.
Yes.
I do. That is the point of being in a relationship, because at some point in that relationship, you move from building towards being something to being, and then I need to be able to, some point in time, I need to be able to depend on you in any area of my life. Hi, Salem. Salem is back, and see, look.
Can we do Salem?
Okay. I'll get one of the kids as soon as they come.
Because Salem is gonna jump on this table.
Salem, y'all, Salem. He's my kitty cat. He's been with his.
Nobody cares.
He had a sleepover
please
with his sister.
put her cat
John is gonna go get someone to come get him. I'm gonna hold him in the meantime. But so major deal breakers are.
John is going around. He ain't went to get nobody.
John, I thought you went to go get somebody to come get the cat. Major deal breakers are things like, again, selfishness. Like selfish of your time, your attention, those kind of things. Like a person, I had one guy tell me once, and it was like, this was years ago when I first moved back to Houston. One of my daughters is a vegetarian, and could you come get him for me, Levi, please? Go around the other way.
Go around that way.
No, baby. Oh, God, baby. Oh, God, baby. Look, y'all, he got a boat.
Got a boat on.
He got a boat on. Take him and put him in my room, please. Thank you. Had me, you know, one of my daughters is a vegetarian, and he ordered some food, and I said, well, did you order something without meat for my daughter? And he was like, well, I eat meat. Why would I do that? In my head, what I heard is ninja. You are out of here. Gone.
Yeah.
And I may not have expressed that to the world, but in my head, I knew I needed you gone.
Yeah.
Because that's selfish to me.
Because if you know, and you're trying to get into be in my life, and I have adult children, I have young children, like, so if you know that this is it, and you're just like, it don't matter to me.
Even if you're not my child, if I'm dating someone who's here and it's me and you sitting here and you don't eat a certain type of food or you have some type of dietary restrictions, and John Bob is ordering food for us, if John Bob doesn't say, hey Shay, can I order you something without X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
Instead, no, I'm just going to order everything anyway. She can pick it out. That to me, that's selfish.
Yeah.
Because
For sure.
because if you come to my house, you know that if I cook, I remember cooking green beans separate. You know what I'm saying? And I do this for anyone.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of selflessness. I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah,
or just
yeah.
consideration.
Being considerate of other people.
So in my head, I'm sitting there looking like, oh, peace, dude, you out. I'm done. Like that is never gonna work in my world because that's not how I operate. I don't
Yeah.
treat. To me, that's like you're treating someone kind of. So that to me is a deal breaker for sure. Of course, the lying. Nobody likes a liar.
But who
Married,
wants to do
single,
that?
or any other
Who
way.
wants to do that?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh, I did date another one. I dated this guy one time. He had told me that he was a pharmacist at a Kroger. Actually sent, I think you probably, if I showed you the picture, you remember. He actually had cards made up, business cards, with himself in a pharmacy jacket, the white jacket,
Yes.
stating that he was a pharmacist at Kroger.
On the business card?
On the business cards. Girl, this fool. He was actually a manager at the Kroger, which, why would you lie about being a...
Yeah, because it's okay that you're a manager.
Who cares? If you was a stalker in Kroger, who cares? Narcissistic, crazy ass. Even to this day, girl, sometimes he will message me and I'll be like, where's your woman? Because that was another thing. One New Year's Eve, he messaged me. No, one New Year's Eve, we went out and we drove up to his apartment after we had went out. And a girl came and knocked on the window and said, hey, do you know that this is my fiance? And I'm like, oh, no, I didn't know that. He gave me
And just all of a sudden.
like he gave me a ring too, girl. Like, okay. And I sat in the car for a few minutes and then I was like, you know what, I really should get out and see what they're talking about. And he was like, don't y'all be fighting. I ain't got no problem.
Why am I fighting?
Like, hi ma'am, how are you? My name is Kim.
Right.
You are beautiful. Like, yeah.
You don't ever
on
have
the
to
other
worry
time, you
about
ain't
me
gotta worry about
saying
me.
nothing else.
And he's still, girl, if I tell you the number of people, Lord, but he still, like recently, as a matter of fact, sent me, my children put up my Christmas, sent me some pictures of his Christmas tree. Now, I know that the girl that he's living with now, they may be married, hell, I don't even know, because I don't pay that much attention, is like an AKA. So the Christmas tree is in AKA colors. Oh, no, I recently just got this apartment. My daughter's decorated my tree. Liar. I was like, why do you lie about these things? Like, why do you lie? Because I don't want you.
And I already know that she's AK. And you won't lie.
Just lie. Just for no reason. So, yes, lies are bad. Lies
Yeah.
are horrible. That's it.
That's ridiculous. I was telling John, I said, if we ever divorce, God forbid. The dating, I don't know.
I probably would tell you no.
I don't know that I would want to do that again.
It's exhausting.
I don't know. I gotta try. Whether it's online or just running into you, I have to get to know you. Try to figure out if what you're saying is true. Trying to figure out, like,
if we're a good fit.
Yeah, if
Because
we're a
like you
good
said
fit.
earlier, sometimes you, like I said, I've dated two very amazing people the last 3 years. It just didn't work out between the two of us for whatever reason. Could I have seen something? Absolutely. But did that not happening make them bad people? No.
No, for sure.
Not at
for
all.
Sure.
So it would be a lot.
And then even when you have children and your children are involved and trying to figure it out, why is this cat out again? Levi!
Put Salem in my room and shut the door, please. We told y'all there would be cat incidents. We told you. Yeah.
And I'm sure they are not going to cut this out.
Leave it in there, John. Leave it in there. I want to see it.
But even when you have your children and you have to have your children involved at some point, like we talk about all the time, like say Trey ends up with us forever. I don't know. And I wasn't with his dad, but if he ends up with me, like it's important that I know who you are. It's easy for somebody to say, oh, I'm cool with it. I love children. I love, and I'll be there and I'll support. It's different when you're there. and you experienced, because didn't you, one of the guys we're talking about you dated was cool with everything until they were there.
Yeah, that was
And then
crazy.
it was different. And I'm like,
Voodoo.
but you knew that.
Yeah, like
So that was crazy to me.
to you sitting here every day.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But then, and that's one of those things, especially with me being a mom. So when I was younger and had 5 children, okay, people were in my age group, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
also
yeah.
had
Everybody's
kids,
having
right?
kids, yeah.
Now that I'm 52 and I have
Somebody's nana.
5, I'm somebody's grandma,
Grandma,
right?
yeah.
And I have 5 small children of my own. It's And because they were adopted, so the way that I started just telling people straight out, let me tell you something. For one, I'm dating with a purpose. 2, I have small children, school age children between 6 and 13. They don't have a father in the sense that someone's going to be coming to pick them up every other weekend, or taking them for summer breaks, or taking them XYZ. It is just me and my network of family and friends when it comes to these children. So being with me ultimately will mean that you will have to be a father to these children, not a stepfather. You are going to be a father to these children. And so it's going to take a special type of person, because again, I'm 50 some years old now, which means the people that I'm dating are late 40s, 50 years, you know, they have kids that are grown.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, do you want to step into a position where now you're going to parent with me?
Elementary
Just school. That can be kind of crazy, right? Do you want to do that? So I'm being very upfront about that. Now, one guy I talked, we corresponded online for a while, and then, and this is why I started doing it, right? Because we corresponded online for a while, and when I actually talked to him on the phone, and I was like, oh, you know, my kids, let me call you when my kids get to sleep. Oh, wait, you have little kids? And he was straight up on, he's like, you know, I don't want to date somebody with small children. I was like, thank you, I respect that, right?
What can you
So now, before I even exchange phone numbers with somebody, I need you to understand this is the situation, because I don't want to give you my phone number.
Yeah. Because this is what it is. Don't waste my time. I won't waste your time.
Exactly. We don't, ain't no sense in doing that. So it's a whole nother layer to it, because again, when I was 20 some years old, people had small kids too.
Yeah.
I'm 52 years old. People have kids like my older kids who are now out of the house and doing their own thing.
Having their own children.
And now you may be dealing with me, my 5, and you know, I might have anywhere from 2 to 7 grandkids dropped off any given week. You know what I'm saying? So
you really have to mean that you're okay with this.
Yeah. And I also ask people too, I was like, how do you feel about people? Do you love people? Because I always have. And that kind of goes back to something we talked about in a different podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, how would someone deal with your friends?
Yeah.
Because I'm very connected to my friends, right? And so I'm like, you have to like people, because I'm a people person.
That's what I do.
There are always people around.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
you have to be okay with that.
So yeah, there are some things. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you'll get that brother-in-law soon, and I can go flash at some rings, get my nails done, put on a ring and stuff. So we'll see what happens.
I'm looking for it. I believe it's gonna happen. Just in the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The time has to be right, and it has to be the right person. What I do love about this season in your life is that you don't settle.
Yeah.
Like you have literally flipped. From I really care about this person, I really like this person, and I kind of put up with a whole bunch of stuff because this part of our relationship is good. And I see you cutting it off before it even starts.
Before it even gets to that.
Like, nope. And I might like you.
Me and one of my daughters talked about that actually just this week. Like I said, you know, I was married, and Derek.
Yeah. So just say it.
Derek. I found out 2 weeks before we actually got married that he was cheating on me.
Yeah.
And it was like, I got some counsel from some folk. And it was like, you know, he's so good with the kids, and he's so XYZ.
And he loves you.
And he loves you. Just forget, you know,
it
how
happens.
men are.
I can't stand it.
I went ahead and married this fool, right? Knowing the whole time that this was not what was good. And I was doing it for, at one point in time, it came to a point because I thought I was doing it for my kids. And my daughter, was telling me, she was like, I really kind of hate that you did that because, you thought that was what was best for us.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm definitely not in that stage anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a flying flip flop what you bring to the table and how good you are to these children, because the goal is to get these children grown and gone.
Period.
So that we can live a life, whatever. So
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Is that John wrapping us?
4 minutes.
Oh, he gave 4 minutes. I thought I saw you at the corner of my eye. Is that not something we're supposed to do in podcast? Edit it.
We did it now. We have 4 minutes left. He just showed me 4 minutes.
So yeah, it's hopefully, like, again, if there was something, God forbid, John, I'd be on your side, John. I'm gonna be on your side. God forbid that's something you do. I'm gonna say don't date. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think it'll be a little stressful.
It would. You have to give it a while. I think I read somewhere one time that you need to give it like 1 or 2 months for every year you were in the relationship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to date for like 6 years.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine. Like for 6 years, you'll be fine, girl. It wouldn't take a whole lot. Yeah.
And so even when you're dating, when you're talking to people, like I know different people that's been on apps, and some of them say all the guy talk about is sex, or all the guy talk about is what they want to do. Have you experienced any of that? Oh, well, that's good.
I don't, just because I think it's more about how you present yourself too. Think about it. If I'm showing my ass is out, my breasts are out, all on my pictures, then guess what I'm conveying? And guys have literally told me this, right?
Yeah.
What does that say to people?
I want to give it to you because it's out here.
It's out here. Look at it, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. So I think it's more so about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing. Even if somebody texts me, like if they message me, hey, sexy, I'm never responding to you. Never. So you're not getting anything past that anyway. Because to me, your brain is already in the
already there.
So yeah, no. We're not close enough. You don't know me.
So if you had one thing to say to like the young adults, your nieces, anybody that may be dating, and a lot of them do online dating, even at their ages, what would you say?
I would say definitely present true you to the world. Understand that showing everything and anything does not make you attractive.
Right.
It actually can take away from it. Respect yourself and your boundaries enough to know when to say, you cool, but this is not for me.
Makes sense.
I think that's the thing I would say.
All right. So we want to thank Kim for her input on the dating. I just helped a little bit because I'm not dating, but we thank her for it. We hope that you all enjoyed it, and we will see you next week.